So you need to make a Gantt chart that's fast and easy and you have zero experience. Well, you've come to the right place because in this video, I'm going to share with you how you can make a Gantt chart in Excel with no experience needed or necessary. And at the end of this video, I'm going to share with you how you can get your hands on my 6 basic tips that are going to ensure your projects are successful. So stay tuned for that. Hi, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Adriana Girdler and you have landed on the Practical Project Management channel, the Practical Project Management channel. I feel that's going to give you the best advice for your projects in a very practical way. Now, that all being said, you want to learn about Gantts. And how do you make a Gantt chart in Excel? Super easy. Let's get to it. So you want to make a Gantt chart from an Excel action plan. Super easy to do. You have to make sure that you have a few things: your start, end date, duration, and your progress. So once you have this is going to be very simple. If you want to know how to make one, you can just go to the search bar in YouTube, go Adriana Girdler, Excel action plan, and I actually have a video on how to make this. But let's assume that you already have one. And how do you do this? So the first thing you want to do is you want to highlight all of your start dates. And when you highlight that, you want to go to your menu bar, go to Insert, go over here to your bars, and you want to go your 2D bar chart, the stacked one. Now you have a chart. So let's bring that over, and you are now ready to start working on your Gantt. Make that a little bit longer so you can work with some of the dates here. All right, once you have this, your next step is we want to add the duration. And the best way to do the duration is I'm going to right-click on my chart. I'm going to go to Select Data. And with a Select Data, I'm going to go Add. And I have a series name here, and it's for duration. So I have my duration. And now I want to put the series value. So I'm going to take out what I currently have here, and I'm going to highlight my duration that I have on my chart. I'm going to press OK. And you notice I have all these orange bars, which is fantastic. That's exactly what we want. Now, what we do now need is we have these numbers over on our y-axis. So I now need to ensure that we fix that. So I'm going to go over here to Edit, and I'm going to get this range, which is really the action items, and I'm going to put this here. And now you can see what we have, I'm going to press OK, is we now have a bar chart. But that's not what we're looking for. We're looking for a Gantt chart, and the Gantt chart is based on the duration. So what do we do next? Well, we now want to remove this here, these bars, so we can just have the duration. So let me click on those bars. So I just clicked on them with my mouse, and now I'm going to right click, and I'm going to go over here and do no fill. And I'm going to have no outline. So now I removed it. But what I'm also noticing too, and you are as well, is you're probably noticing that my first value is create and prepare, but it's here on my last. So now I have to go in and I have to reverse this information. So let's format the axis, and I'm going to go over here and click on categories in reverse order. So now we're actually getting somewhere, and it's looking more like a bar chart. So the next step for us to do is how to remove this space to the left and to the right of our bar chart. So the easiest thing to do is you want to find out, in essence, the actual number for your dates, because that's how Excel works. So I'm going to do a couple things here. I'm going to add a couple of dates. I'm going to add the start date of September 1st, and that's 2022, and then I'm going to also add another date here called December 2nd, 2022. Great. So if I want to know the numbers of those, it's very simple. I just put my mouse on that cell, I go up here to my menu, and you see this little bar called numbers. It says custom. Create that drop down and put general. That general is actually going to give you the number for that particular date. And the same thing for your end date. Now that you have that, we want to ensure that we actually don't have all these dates. So I'm going to put my mouse over the dates, and you see this min and max. These are the dates we want to, the numbers, which are actual dates, we're going to transfer over here. So my min is 44805, and my max is going to be 44896. 7. So now you see, wow, like this is already looking really good, telling me how it's looking. I'm going to make this a little bit longer. And so now you can start to see the actual bar chart coming to life. You could stop here. This would be absolutely fine. Nothing wrong with it. But if you want to go a little bit further, then we can actually take a look at maybe changing some colors, doing a little more formatting. I'm just going to delete these because there's no need for me to have them. Delete and delete. And now let's see what else we can do to make this a little more interesting. So I just did a click on the chart. I'm going to go here under plus, and I'm going to go to grid line with that little arrow, and I'm going to add some more. I'm going to add a primary major horizontal because I like to see where that's is across. I think I'm going to add a minor vertical as well because I just want to have a little more understanding in between my dates. I'm liking that. That's making me feel really good. I really appreciate that. I'm going to take away the chart title because that's something that I don't need and don't really care for. And at this point, you could be good. So one of the last things you can do, if you'd like, you don't necessarily have to, is you can make these bars slightly wider if you'd like. So the way you do that is we click over here and we go to gap width. And I'm just going to make that 50%. And you can see now we have wider bars. I'm just going to click out of the area. And you now have yourself a Gantt chart based on the information here, which is pretty cool. Very simple, super fast. Okay, you now know how to do a Gantt chart. Congrats! Now you need this. It's free underneath this video. 6 basics that you must have for all your projects to be successful. I highly recommend you get it. It's my gift to you. Free, do it. It's a no-brainer. Thanks. See you at the next video.